Power Talk, brought to you by ABB. Power and productivity for a better world.
It seems that Kenya is taking a bit of a lead on this renewable energy. How has that happened? How can it not happen further south where we are?
I think part of the leadership is actually based on need. Further south, you have a lot of other sources of energy, including nuclear and coal, and so you are not as constrained as we are in East Africa, and particularly in Kenya, where fossil fuels have to be imported. And so it has forced us to be very creative in how we generate power. That being said, we're just beginning.
And how further is it going to go, this kind of investment in these new sources like geothermal?
I think, like I said, it's just the beginning, because if you look at the current installed capacity of 190 megawatts versus the identified potential of over 7,000 megawatts, if you look at the demand for energy in East Africa, and specifically in Kenya, versus current supply, there's a clear transition from how much is being generated today in renewables to how much can be generated based on resources existing and demand in the market.
And what do you think the biggest problems are likely to be?
I think the biggest one is capacity for investment. So up until we had the feed-in tariffs announced in 2008, the government served as the main investor in the space. And given their resource constraints, it's very difficult for them to invest a huge amount of money very quickly in generation. With the announcement of feed-in tariffs and the ability for other investors to come in and generate power from renewable energy sources, we think there will be an acceleration of that growth. Private investors also have to raise capital, which can also be a bottleneck, but they can also be a lot more agile and innovative than the government has been in the past.